Look at that. So the Canadians definitely kept a very steady rate hike. They did not do what the Kiwis did by raising the rates 50 basis point last night. They decided this morning to go ahead and raise it according to what they said they were going to do, 25 basis point. So they are now at oh my goodness, sorry. Let me go ahead and retract that statement. Yesterday, actually, in fact, they were stated they were going to raise it 50 basis point. I just remembered now. The New Zealand dollar, the Kiwis decided to raise it 25 point, or at least wanted to speculate 25 point raise, but they went and raised it 50 basis point. They shocked the market. Today, we got the Canadians. They stated that they will raise it 50 basis points, and they actually did exactly that. They raised it 50 basis point, not 25, so they stuck to their game plan. So they got aggressive, just like the New Zealand dollar. Now, if they get aggressive, how come we're not seeing the same sort of result, the same sort of move as we saw with the New Zealand dollar? The Kiwis raised it 50 basis point yesterday. We saw this initial spike. Then the market just dropped. We saw the New Zealand losing value. But today, we just got the rate decision for the Canadians. Also, excuse me, also raising, let's take my voice away, also taking a 50 basis point stand, but yet we're seeing a different move. Let's go to the chart. Let's take a look at the chart right here. So here we go. So initially we saw this little rally. Let's go to 15-minute time frame. It's easier to see that. We saw a big spike up to the upside right here. And with the spike going up, that's showing that we're actually having a weak currency. So I'm talking about for the Canadians. So with a spike here, that's Canadians weakening. But then a drop back down south. So it's dropping right here. That's showing stronger Canadian. That's why we're seeing a bearish move against the dollar. All right. So dollar CAD, bearish move if the Canadian is stronger. And so it's a little different setup that we saw last night, right? We're actually seeing the Canadian getting stronger. Weird. Let's go ahead and do some homework here. And so what we're going to do is let's take a look across the board. Maybe this is a dollar move. Maybe this is a dollar influence right here. Let's go back to the fundamentals right here. So the fundamentals right here, if I look here, it looks like we did have some PPI number coming up for the US. PPI numbers, it's monthly data. I don't think too much of that, but it came up a little higher at 1.4%. So there's nothing else here that could have pushed it up. This must be dollar. This must be a Canadian dollar move. Let's go to, let's see here. Let's go to New Zealand CAD. This is the 15-minute time frame. Same thing. Strong. All right, look at that. Strong move in the New Zealand CAD right here. All right, strong move. And then we had now it coming back up to the original price. So we did initially get a strong Canadian move, and now it's come back up here. So pretty whippy-lashy. And so I'm thinking that maybe a lot of the news that they reported out today has already been discounted because they never surprised the market. They said it's going to be a 50 basis point. They came out with 50 basis point. We all know that the central bank's going to raise rates, right? It's just a matter of what they say and what they do. Is it the same? And so it looks like the market's already sort of like discounted that raise and not too surprised as to what's going on. So you'll have whippy-lashy movement, but we're not going to get any action out of the market. New Zealand CAD, no action. Let's take a look at Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD, we had a strong move on the Canadian, but then pull back up here. So again, maybe we're going to see the market just do what it does, right? Follow wave structure. So let's take a look right here. What is the wave structure? Well, here we go. Wave 1, 2, 3. So we're probably going to see the market rally and then turn around and head back down south. So it's sticking to its normal day-to-day routine. The news out this morning is not really affecting the way the markets are technically set up. Just a bit of whippy-lashy movement, but that's about it. Okay, let's go ahead and double check on other charts. Let's go to Euro CAD right here. All right, so here we go, the Euro CAD. Now, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Take a look at Euro CAD right here. If I go ahead and put in some tops and bottoms right here, look how the Euro CAD is sideways at the moment right now. Okay, so it's come down all the way. Look at that spike. The spike managed to get down to this low right here, but it's bounced back up again. So again, we had some strong Canadian move pushing EuroCAD bearish towards that support, and then it bounced back up and is back to where it was when at the start of the news. No big deal, right? Nothing at all. Didn't really affect the markets at all. All it did is just a whippy-lashy move, and that was it. How much movement did we have? About 30 pip move. So it was a 30 pip move, and that could also be part of spread. The spread could have widened about 15 to 20 pips. So this may not even be a dealable rate. This is actually just spread. Brokers widen their spread just to make sure that they don't get caught on a bad trade. So they go ahead and widen the spread, and now they tighten back up again. They're back where the market's at. So no big deal. Let's take a look at one last one, and then we're going to take a look at some setups. CAD, look at that. CAD Swiss right here. Nice little rally, and pretty much nothing after that. Okay, nothing after that. Now, I do have some trades that I placed this morning in my Pip Hunter show, and you can see right here, I actually I was buying CAD Swiss, and the market rallied up just about short of my target, and then went ahead and pulled back again. So I didn't profit on that. And then the same thing happened right here on the US dollar CAD. Price also moved all the way down here, didn't get me out. And by the way, the reason why it didn't get me out is because of spread. You see, sometimes when the bid price, when you sell in the market and the bid price gets to your target, it doesn't necessarily close you out because it depends on the ask price. And if the ask price is wider because of spread, the market can go through the bid price can go through your target, 10 pips. But if the spread is 15 or 20 pips wide, you're just not going to be taken out. So there's a lot of traders that go, man, the market got past my target or past my limit. Why wasn't I taken out of the market? Well, that's because of that reason, because of the spread, especially when it comes to news. You have to understand that. Okay. Now, let's take a look at US dollar CAD right here, and let's get a feel of what this is telling us right here. All right, so here we go. So here we have US dollar CAD. Now, US dollar CAD is actually range bound. You see tops right here, you see bottoms down here, and then we've got a lot of movement in between. Let me go ahead and clean up house here. So here we have US dollar CAD right here. Now, US dollar CAD is range bound. There was a trend line. I mean, when you're in the range, putting trend lines up like this doesn't really help, because what you're really looking for is the market go back down to the bottom right here. So, but once we're at the bottom right here, we're going to look at this and go, okay, there's a couple of things that we have to take into consideration here. Firstly, number one, do we see a trend line break and retest? There it is there. All right. So we've got a break of a trend line right here. We've seen a lot of indecision right there. And so there's a good chance that price is testing this resistance right here and going to push lower. So we may end up seeing price dropping further down south down here.
If you're an aspiring Forex trader, we have a free Telegram channel where we're sending trade alerts, ideas, and updates on the Forex market every single day in our free Telegram channel. Click the link to join our Telegram, 100% free, and we'll see you inside.